Hello and welcome to our channel MarshStream, your public performance broadcast platform. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. You can also donate to our tip jar and support the arts and artists of MarshStream by clicking the link below in the description. Check out our website at themarsh.org for all upcoming live performances. Now enjoy the show.
We are going to start out just with a quick review of how we're going to structure the class this week. And so what we're basically going to do is go over a few questions that we saw in the chat from last week that we weren't able to get to, and see if there are any new questions from past week to now. We're going to review the arm movements that we went over, go over them a little bit, maybe in a little bit more detail. And Jana's then going to lead us in a slightly longer practice. And basically just to say that this is all still really new. We know that it's a lot of information. So this time, we're still just mostly focusing on the movements. It's like choreography, you're learning the movements, and eventually it becomes body memory. And this time, if you were here last week, maybe because you know it a little bit, you can try to relax a little bit more into it this time. If you're brand new, also try to relax into it. Just try to follow along as best you can. Don't get stressed out. It's not, we're not testing you. So this should be fun as well. So, and the other thing is, as you can see, I was just going to mention that the Marsh has let us know they figured out how to highlight both of us. So this time when we are doing the movements, one of us will always be facing forward and one will be facing sideways. So you'll get that helpful view, hopefully. And now Jana's we're going to go into that settling in as we did last time and building the chi field, and then we'll get started.
Yeah, thanks, Tracy. So one of the things in Qigong is to help relax us, to help build our capacity, and to start opening that creative flow. And we have this infinite capacity. It's just about tapping into it. And one of the ways in which we do that is by becoming present in this moment. So first, feel free to find a place where you're comfortable. You can remain standing or you can sit, you can lie down, but we're just going to take a moment to bring ourselves here. So whatever may have been happening before on your computer, at work, whatever is happening, this is our chance to shift from the hustle of everyday life to this moment. So go ahead and close your eyes. And take a moment to just feel yourself sitting in the chair you're in, or feel yourself standing on the floor, lying down, whatever position you're in. Feel how gravity is holding you. Notice those contact points. And taking a breath, noticing the breath come into the body. Notice how the body feels right now. Notice the mind and how the mind is in this moment. Not necessarily trying to change anything, just noticing. Becoming aware of this moment in time, right here, right now. And notice the energy levels. Notice your chi. And with your awareness inside the body, expand the awareness out to include the room. Noticing how the room feels. The sensations you might hear and feel, the sounds. And expand awareness out, connecting with nature. Perhaps it's a place you've been to that brings you back to this place of ease and relaxation, or inspiration, or excitement, whatever it is, connecting with nature, natural rhythms in life, and knowing that we too are nature with our own natural rhythms. And expanding out further to connect with the whole earth, the natural systems that support us, giving us everything we need. Expanding awareness out even further to the vast universe, the space in the universe, and seeing the universe as bright. Drawing awareness back to the body again, with awareness that the universe is within. Nature, we're still a part of nature. Feeling that connection to life, connection to this moment. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So that's how we build the Qi field in the Yuan Qigong practice. That's the style of Qigong. It's one way to build a Qi field, but that's the style of Qigong that we're practicing today. And there were a few questions, as Tracy mentioned. We're going to start with a few of the questions that came up in the chat last week. And moving forward, you're welcome. We'll have some time for question and answer, but if you have a question that doesn't get answered, but just itching and you want an answer for it, go ahead and put it in the chat. And if we don't get to it this week, we'll get to it next week. So it's a way to engage with one another. So 3 questions came up last week we wanted to touch on. One question was about the breath and wondering about how to breathe in this practice. And we're studying this class is about the first method of Yuan Qigong called Tian Yuan. And in this method, the breathing is natural. So that just means let the breath do what the breath does. So if you find your breathing is syncing up with the movements, great. If you find that your breathing is not syncing up with the movements, that's okay too. And it may switch back and forth. Whatever it does is natural, and that's what to do. In other forms of Yuan Qigong and other methods, breath has a job to do. But in this particular method, the breathing is just natural. Another question that came up was about the diagrams of movements. So we've been thinking this week about how to get you the diagram of movements so you can see what the body is doing. And the solution that we've got coming to you sometime this week is that on the Marsh website, you'll be able to fill out a form where you submit your email address so that we can email it to you. Since this is a drop-in class, we don't have that information. So you can go back to the website and see that, and we'll have that up within a few days, definitely by next week, but probably sooner. Then the last question that came up last week was, the question was in the YouTube broadcast, and it says, the Yuan Gong website has a warning about not combining this with other Qigong forms. And the question was, why? So Qigong has a way of moving Qi through the body. We're moving Qi all of the time. It's a very natural process. When we're doing Qigong practice, we are directing it. We're working with Qi intentionally. And each form and each style of Qigong is moving Qi a little differently. Some may be harmonious together, and some may be moving in ways that are less harmonious. And because when this Yuan says, the man who created this style of Qigong, he's still alive, he lives in New Zealand. And when he created it, he was not thinking about all the hundreds and many, many forms of Qigong and the ways in which they could interact with this. And safety is a very important part of Yuan Qigong. So the recommendation is to not practice other forms of Qigong with Yuan Qigong, just because we don't know what how they work together. So Yuan Qigong Safety, as I mentioned, is a big deal. So this is a very safe form. And one of the things we always recommend, we touched on it last week, is starting from where you're at, listening to your body, and you always can make modifications. It's a very effective Qigong form. So if you're doing some of the movements like we're doing today, and if you have something going on in the shoulders where you need to just keep them low, you can modify it. You can always make modifications. And in fact, we'll get into the mind activity, but the mind activity is really the most important part, so to speak, in this form, we're gathering chi into the body, and it's part of the mind that does that. So the movements, the chi, and the mind are all synchronizing together, gathering chi into the body. So you can make any kind of modification, meaning a little gentler on your body. You could sit, you could lie down, and you could keep doing the mind activity, and you can still get some of the benefits. So those are the 3 questions that came up last week, and you're welcome to put more questions in the chat if you have them. But for the sake of time right now, I think we will continue on and move into review for the method with Tracy.
Okay, so we are going to, I don't know how many of you came from last week, so this may be brand new to most of you, or it's a review, but we're going to go over the movements. So to start, and I'm not going to, if you were here last week, you'll remember that Jana brought in the leg movements when we actually did the practice, that the legs bend as your arms are in and they are straight and go out. During the review, let's not worry about the legs. Let's just do the arm movements, and then we can talk about it at the end, or you could just bring it in when you do the practice. So in the very beginning, the first movement is going to be that your hands are going to come up, your palms are going to face the ground. And the rotation of your arms is going to be up and out and down and in. No, wait, sorry. Out and up and in and down. I did it backwards last time too. So the rotation of your shoulders is on the plane of the side plane of your body. So again, you're not going forward, you're not going backwards. I'm going to really exaggerate it. I'm going to come up a little closer and exaggerate it a bit. If you can't go that far, it doesn't matter. Just do it as slowly or as small as you need to go. I'm just trying to give you an idea of the rotation. So out, up, in, and down. Again, last week I gave the image of you've got potatoes under your arms. And as you go out, you're dropping the potatoes. As you're coming in, you're squishing them. So that's what the in feeling is. And again, as you're doing it, the larger movements you make, you can feel that your arms and your wrists, or your elbows, your wrists, and your hands start to move along. And it's just a natural circular movement that they start making. So to start out, just to feel that rotation, you can stop even trying to do the arms and just feel the rotation of the shoulders, out, up, in, and down. And if you close your eyes, just see the rotation of your shoulders going in the side, at the side direction. And try to see your shoulders moving with ease, loosening up, very slow, methodical, flowing movements. And then you can start going bigger again and feeling your elbows, wrists, hands, and fingers. You need to gather that momentum along with the rotation. Try to make really big movements. And if you can't make those big movements with your actual shoulders, make them in your head. Feel that movement, that rotation. A huge pinwheel. Opening out and closing back in. Again, if you were here last week, you remember that we eventually started moving up, just gradually with each movement, we're moving slightly higher than the last until we get up to the top above the head. And at that point, our hands, our palms are facing forward or facing up, and then we turn them forwards. And now we're pushing straight forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, and down. So again, if you can close your eyes, don't even worry about what it looks like, if you're doing it right or not. Just feel in your shoulders the rotation. If it feels creaky and it's hard to actually get them moving, imagine that you're squirting oil in there, like a train wheel. And you're getting it all lubed up and it's moving with ease, moving fluidly into the elbows and the wrists and the hands. Gradually moving down. Seeing your shoulders as a big chi ball. It's turning with each of your movements. Trying to relax your whole body. Not getting too worked up about the movement, like Jana said. Forward, up, and back. What we're doing with these movements is that we're exchanging chi with the universe. We're gathering and we're dispersing. And when we're doing that, we're helping to open the flow of chi in our bodies. When we have free-flowing chi, bodies are nourished. And we're replenishing, we're clearing blockages, and we're replenishing depletion. So these movements are all about that exchange, opening out and closing back in. And then we come and bring our hands down to our sides. And the next one is we're going backwards. So The shoulders are moving backwards, up, forward, and down. Back, up, forward, down. And as you can see with Jana, as she comes around, her hands just make a natural flip into the front and then move just naturally down. And you can see the circle that her hands and her shoulders or her elbows are also creating. She's gathering, she's dispersing chi now, and now she's gathering it into the body. And again, if it's too difficult to make the circular motions with the shoulders, just try to get the feeling of it with the rest of your arms. Again, if you close your eyes and just feel it in your body. Body's empty. And you're gathering and dispersing the chi, creating a better flow through the body. And hands to the side. So that's gathering chi at the 6 directions. And now we're going to be gathering chi at the Sam Jaus, which Jana will mention a little bit as we're doing the practice. But the lower jiao is basically the pelvic area. So we're just staying right here around the belt area. And this time we're coming in, up, out, and down. In, up, out, and down. Again, your hands are going not much higher than your pelvic region, no higher than the belly button. It's kind of like if you were a ballet dancer, it's sort of like a plie. And if you can feel that in your body, just feel the dance-like movement of it. The grace. And one more time. You bring your hands down around to the front. Palms are close but not touching, and you bring them up to in front of your abdomen, basically, or the middle of the diaphragm. So this is the middle jiao, and it's from the pelvic bone to the top of the diaphragm. So this whole area. And you're gathering the chi towards you. And now the movement is starting from your elbows. Your elbows are coming out and drawing your hands around to the front. And you're gathering back. You can see on Jana, as Jana is doing it, you're staying on the side, you're not going behind you. Your elbows are just drawing that movement. They're creating that momentum, that circular motion. Very relaxed. The whole body's empty. You're drawing that chi through you. The other side. And last one. Around to the front. You're going to bring hands are going to come together with the palms facing or up, or fingers facing up, but not touching. And drawing your hands up to in front of your face. And now you're doing that same movement, but just from the chest up through the head. So we're doing the upper jowl and the head. And your arms stay at about shoulder height. When your hands come around to the front, again, they go in front of the face and then down over the chest. Breathe that chi deep inside. Drawing it in and opening out, exchanging it with the universe. Feeling more and more relaxed. Feeling the chi flowing. And one more time. At the end of this one, your hands come to in front of your face. And you're going to follow the outline of your head. Your hands are going to turn, your fingers are going to face backwards and come up. And then they're going to open out like a flower. And you're going to pour chi down through the top of your head. So you're imagining that your head is just this big open base and you're pouring chi down through your body. And then your hands are going to come, the back of your hands are going to come together, not touching, closely, not touching. And they're going to just come down the front of the body, drawing the chi down through the head, down through the chest, down through the belly. And at this point, you do it 3 times, but right now we're going to just show you the closing. So the last time that you would come down, your hands are going to then come and face your lower dantian, which is behind the belly button in the center of your belly. So your hands are just facing like you're holding a ball in front of your lower dantian. And you're pouring chi through your hands, and you're going to draw that chi around your body, not touching. And you're going to come to the back. And your hands are going to be facing the back or Ming Men, which is another point, and you're sending chi in there. Then you're going to push with your middle fingers, push out. And you're connecting with the chi again, and you're drawing your hands around. So the backs of your hands are facing forward at first, and then they gradually and naturally turn so that you're now like giving a big chi hug to everybody outside of you. And you're drawing that chi back in. And you then end with putting your hands on your lower dantian. But before we finish, I want to show you the takeaway for today is called pouring chi, and it's basically the part that when we were pouring the chi down and coming down. This can be a standalone practice. So what you do is you just are standing there, you've built your chi field, you're in a relaxed state, and you just reach deep into the earth, deep below the earth. Your hands are sort of in claw hands, like claw, and you're gathering this big chi ball from far below, and you're drawing it up to above your head, seeing it bright and abundant and filled with bright chi, and bringing it up above your head. So this is just like the closing that we did. And you're pouring the chi down. And then you just come again, bring your hands together in front of the face, moving down the whole body. And as you're doing that, you're seeing your body is open and empty, and you're filling it, you're drawing that chi down through the whole body. And as you go down, you're seeing every place that you're touching is just filling with more golden chi, this flowing chi as you move down. And you bring, and your hands then come to the side. At that point, you lift way in, perineum, which we talked about last time. It's not a physical movement, it's just with your mind, you're lifting perineum, or way in. And then you would just, and then you send the chi continuing down through the legs. And then you just grab another ball. You can do this as many times as you want. And each time you do it, bring all your attention between your hands, and you're lifting that chi ball up above your head, and you're gathering the chi, pouring it down through your whole body. And then again, the hands come down, drawing the hands in front of your face, but your mind is inside, drawing the chi through the whole body, clearing and blocking, flipping, and drawing all the way down. Hands to the side, continuing down through the feet. And then the last time, you would just do it one more time, but because of time, I don't think we have it. You would just do it one more time, draw it all the way down, hands in front, go around, just like the ending of the first method that we're learning. And then coming back around to the front and gathering the chi. So that's the takeaway individual practice that you can be playing with this week, but we'll talk about that later. So that's a run through of the movements again. Are there any questions just before we go into a practice where we'll have times? Oh, I see somebody says, I can't see your hands when they're raised. Oh, I'm out of the frame. I'm sorry. So the hands above the head, we're just pouring down like this. And then when you come together, you're drawing the chi down in front of the face and the body. Yeah, there you go. Did that help? The questions. What did you see about? Sorry. What did you say about sending the chi down your legs to the point? Okay, so there's a point, the perineum point. You want to close that with your mind so that you're not losing your chi as you send it down your legs. So it's just imagine that you're like closing a tub stopper. Or yeah, Jana, do you have a good example of how to close the perineum in a simple?
Well, my suggestion is not to overthink it.
Yeah.
This is where trust comes in and intention. So you have this point in Qigong, we're working on opening all the points in the body and moving Qi through the joints and the points and getting our exchange with Qi in the universe to increase our capacity, except for this one point, Hui Yin. So when we close Wei Yin, you can imagine it tied to the top of your head, lifting up, like Tracy said, just going through, or you like an upward motion. Sometimes that can help close it, but you can just think closed. Trust that it's closed, and you only have to do it the first time, and then from then it's closed. So you don't have to do it each time. You don't have to think about it. But the chi is going down the body, and then it goes down the legs. So we're closing it so it doesn't go out the middle of us. It goes down the legs.
Someone said, Barbara says like a Kegel, kind of.
Like a
Except
kegel
it's
with
not
your
a
mind.
physical, right? Yeah, a kegel with your mind. You're not doing the actual physical scrunching up. So, and then Sheila says she practices Dayan Qigong daily. So during these 5 weeks, or just not in the same session.
The recommendation is not during the same time, because benefits accrue, right? So without knowing how the chi in that system is being moved in the body, and how that, it's like if you have medications, you know, you want to know how the medications fit together, or there are ways in which they can work better or not so good. And so since we don't know how they harmonize, the recommendation is, if you're doing this Qigong, just to do this style of Qigong.
So if there isn't anything else right now, I think we should just go straight into the practice. And if there are still questions afterwards, we can address them then. We want to give you a good, true practice, not just, playing.
Yeah, but even that, Tracy, was a beautiful practice. I felt much more relaxed than I did beforehand. So we're going to kind of practice twice today. The first one was sort of thinking about it and feeling into it as you learn it. So we practiced by doing. And now we'll go into the more formal practice, like we did last week, where we're going to adjust the body by relaxing. Then we're going to adjust the mind and the chi by doing a visualization like we did before in the beginning of the class. And then we'll go into the movements. So we'll do a formal practice now. So go ahead and stand up. We'll transition to standing. And we'll start by adjusting our posture for Qigong. So the first thing is to have your feet flat on the ground, about hip distance, shoulder distance, the joints, same, they're all in a line, hip distance apart. Lifting from that point of byway on the top of the head, the chin tucks in naturally, the spine elongates as it relaxes into this posture. And picking a point a few feet in front of you to rest your vision on. This is the beginning of starting a singular focus. We're moving our focus to one point. And then slowly draw that point back, coming closer and closer to you. And once it goes inside the head, gently closing the eyes. So we've brought that point into the center of the head so that our awareness is now inside the head. So you can do a double check to make sure your awareness is actually behind the eyes, inside the head. And seeing the body and inside the head as transparent and spacious. Inviting the body and the head to relax. So inviting the jaw to relax, the eyebrows, the mind. Guiding awareness into the neck and filling the neck, the space inside the neck with a sense of relaxation. Inviting relaxation into the upper shoulders, into the shoulder joints, melting into bright chi. Guiding awareness into the arms, like two streams of chi flowing down the arms. Guiding awareness into the chest, into the breath. And inviting relaxation into the muscles of the chest and into the breath. To the back of the body, into the torso, creating more space, more capacity. The middle of the back, the low back, sacrum, pelvis and hips. And guiding awareness down into the legs, relaxing the legs, the knees, the lower legs and feet, and feeling the body. Awareness inside. And inside the body, there's an expansiveness, a vastness. Expanding awareness beyond the body to become one with the universe. Guiding awareness back to the body with the sensation of peace and ease. Opening to the universe again with a sense of reverence, gratitude, respect, accommodation, and love. Drawing awareness back to the heart and allowing the bright universe to nurture the heart with love and compassion. Feeling relaxed, free, and joyful. Chi is moving smoothly and harmoniously. And we'll begin the form. You're welcome to open your eyes or close them, whatever suits you, or go back and forth. Starting with our hands out. The mind activity is to connect with the universe below if you'd like. And then drawing the arms in and expanding them out. We're going to go through the same movements we did with Tracy. Guiding in and opening out. Connecting to deep inside the body and expanding awareness to connect with the universe, as we've done a few times today. Drawing back, we're guiding in, and we're expanding out. Arms at shoulder height. We'll keep moving up slowly. Awareness inside and expanding out. Connecting in and opening out. In, awareness inside, and awareness expands out. Connecting with the bright universe and drawing back. The body is bright. Expanding out. This will be our last one. Coming back in. Arms to the top of the head, palms face forward, and circling from the back. So back, down, forward, up, connecting in, and expanding out, drawing back, and opening out, closing big inside, and expanding out. Arms at shoulder height right now, and I encourage you, we'll just keep our hands out at shoulder height instead of moving down, expanding out, but close your eyes. Take a moment to experience some mind activity. Awareness is inside the body. Awareness expands out. You're playing around with it and adventuring and trying. Connecting in and expanding out. Awareness is inside. And like a balloon, awareness can expand in all directions, connecting to the bright universe and drawing back awareness to inside the body. and the body is brighter, expanding out and connecting in. The mind opens, connects with the universe, draws awareness back in, and that's how Chi is drawn back, because Chi follows the mind. So when we connect with that bright Chi and we draw it back to the body, we're gathering Chi in the body, opening our capacity. One more, drawing back, and then slowly moving down, expanding out and drawing back, expanding out, and experimenting with the vastness inside, opening out and drawing back. We'll do one more in this direction, expanding out, connecting in, hands gently to the side, palms facing back, and circling from the back. Shoulders go back, up, forward, and down. Back, up, forward, and down. Beautiful. The mind goes out as we extend, and the mind comes back inside the body. Awareness goes out, becoming one, and drawing back. Opening and gathering. We'll do one more, opening out and drawing back, hands gently to the side. Our next part is to work on the Jaus. So we're nourishing the organs in our torso. We're starting with pelvis to belly button. All of the elimination and reproductive organs. So visualize this part of the body as bright and formless. And you can connect with it with your palms, putting that area in between your palms. And then leading with the shoulders, opening out, drawing back. So shoulders, elbows, wrists, circling back in. Nice fluid circle that happens here. Beautiful. And the mind activity is to connect with the universe again, becoming one, drawing awareness back to lower jiao, this part of the body. Lower jiao can expand and become one with the universe. And drawing back, everything is healthier and brighter. Opening out and connecting in as we draw back, healthy, bright, abundant. Opening out. This will be our last one. Drawing back, lower jiao is vibrant, healthy. Hands to in front of the body, guiding them up to middle jiao. Elbow height. Middle jiao is from the belly button to the diaphragm. So the organs, the digestive organs. And letting go of images of anatomy, seeing this area as chi, as bright, spacious. And then leading from the elbows, circling, like we had done before with Tracy, and then coming back, opening. And visualizing middle jiao as healthy, expanding out. All the chi we need, everything is available to us, and it's nourishing middle jiao. Expanding middle jiao and nourishing, regenerating, supporting opening out, connecting with that bright Yuan Chi. Yuan just means formless. And expanding out. And filling middle jiao with trust. Healthy Chi, opening out. Coming back in the middle jiao. This is our last one. We'll expand out one more time. Expanding out in all directions, becoming one. And gathering Chi into middle jiao. The palms, fingers point upwards, and then guiding the hands up to in front of the head. Doing the same movement as we did before, leading with the elbows. This time we're connecting with upper jiao, which is from the diaphragm to the top of the shoulder. We're going to include the head also. So leading with the elbows, circling, connecting with that abundant Chi and nourishing upper jiao and the head. Opening out. And guiding Chi. Chi follows awareness. So we bring our awareness inside. Opening. And gathering. Bright, healthy upper jiao. Opening. And drawing back. Spacious, expansive inside. Opening out. Becoming one. And drawing back, brighter and healthier. We'll do one more. Opening, upper jiao and the head open in all directions with the mind. Connecting with the universe, drawing back, awareness inside, upper jiao and the head. Now the next movement is we guide the hands up to above the head. Open out, palms face by way on top of the head, and the shoulders are nice and relaxed here. You can imagine that your hands are in the universe above, connected, and Chi is showering through the body. When you imagine the body, or when you visualize the body is transparent and bright. That'll allow Chi to flow more fluidly and deeper into the body by letting go of images of anatomy. So Chi is going through the head, through the shoulders, the torso, all the way down the legs. And then we're going to guide Chi down. So leading with the middle fingers to in front of the body, in front of the head, relax the shoulders, relax the elbows. And you can imagine your Chi hands are inside the head, and your physical hands are outside following. So going through the head, going through the neck, making space, through the chest, through the torso, through the hips and pelvis. Hands go to the side naturally. Mind and Chi continue down the legs to the feet. Connecting with the universe below and guiding Chi up. So we'll do this 2 more times. Guiding Chi up to above the head. Pouring Chi down through the whole body. You can pour in relaxation and nourishment. Peace and ease. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the elbows, guiding Chi down. Hands in front of the face, mind and Chi inside, going through the head with a sense of open receptivity to receive this abundant Chi going through the chest, flowing, relaxing down with great ease into the pelvis. Continuing down through the legs to the feet. Awareness in the universe below will guide Chi up one more time. If you want, you can imagine your hands are in the ocean of Chi of the universe, and just Your hands are going across the surface, gathering up this big pile of chi. You can connect it with your heart, with love, with trust, compassion, and shower it through the whole body, giving yourself a gift, connecting with the abundance that's readily available. And then relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the elbows, leading with the middle finger, guiding chi down through the head. Through the upper chest and back. Through the torso. And this time when you get to lower dantian, turn the palms to face lower dantian. Guiding the hands around the waist, to the back, sending chi into this point opposite the belly button, Mingmen. Just bringing your awareness there, bringing awareness into lower dantian, the point in the center of the, right below the belly button. Turning the palms facing up, extending the hands backwards, opening from the back, connecting with the lovely chi around you, connecting with everything we've been working with and gathering, and drawing it back to lower dantian. Women right over left, men left over right. And then we'll spiral it in. So moving the hands, going left, down, right, up. We'll do this 2 more times. It's the second time around. And the third time. And now in the opposite direction. 1. And bring your awareness to deep inside lower dantian. 2. 3. And keeping your hands here, resting them for a moment with your eyes closed, nourishing chi. Allowing the chi to nourish you. And we'll transition to sitting, so go ahead and grab a chair if you're not already, or you can stay sitting. And then taking another moment to go internal. Tracy, if you would lead us through a little bit of relaxation, that would be great.
Sure. Let's go back as we did before and just draw your vision back into the center of your head and gently close your eyes. Just feel all of that chi in your body, that energy, that spark, that aliveness. Just feel your presence. We're just going to do a little breathing exercise, focusing on your lower dantian. Bring your awareness there and just see your lower dantian as that energy center about the size of a small grapefruit, and see it bright and filled with chi. And when you breathe in, expand out to fill your whole body with that abundant chi. See your whole body is bright and empty. And when you breathe out, that Qi just magnetically draws back to lower Dantian and fills lower Dantian again, bright and abundant. So it's sort of like a bellows. You're breathing in and you're expanding that Qi out to fill your whole body. As you exhale, drawing that Qi back deep inside to lower Dantian. So what we're doing is taking that Qi that you just gathered from that beautiful practice that Jana led. We're making it into your own Qi. It's filling your body, it's becoming yours so that you have a reserve, that you won't feel so depleted. You've nourished yourself, and so now you want to hold on to it. So as you breathe in, you're expanding that Qi. As you exhale, drawing it deep inside. Again, your body is this beautiful empty Qi body. You're not seeing anything anatomically. Feeling light. And at the same time, you can be giving yourself the information of being healthy, and being joyful, trusting your ability to heal, to be creative, to expand and connect, to be open. Breathing is just natural, it's not forced. If your mind begins to wander, just draw it back, bring it back to your breathing. As Jana said, where the mind goes, the Qi flows. So if your mind goes off into the grocery list for later today, then that's where you're sending the energy you've just gathered. You want to keep it inward. Keeping our awareness inward is a major point of this Qigong. Bringing yourself back to the awareness of relaxing your body, feeling present. And bring your hands out to the side, just like we did at the end of the practice. Your palms facing forward, and connect with the Qi field again. Connect with everybody on this class, everybody who's helped to create the Qi field that we've just been showered in. And draw it all back. Slowly back, and bring your hands again in front on top of lower Dantian. And just anchoring all of that again inside. Anchoring the peace and the calm and the relaxation. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. So,
Let's do the head and face.
all right.
So I'm going to take my glasses off. You may do the same if you like to do this. So we're gathering Qi in the hands. This is one of the ways we transition from this very lovely deep state we've been in to the next. So starting from between the eyebrows, yin tang, open the forehead. And imagine your hands deep inside your head, making space, opening. And then rubbing this, circling into the temples, rubbing Qi and sending Qi deep inside. This is just by imagining your Qi hands inside your head, rubbing around. And then rubbing around the eye sockets. We're nourishing the vision. The vision is clear and bright. I'm rubbing the sides of the nose. The sinus passages are open and clear. I'm rubbing the whole face with Chi. The skin is clear and bright. And hands like hooks, starting from the front of the scalp and the center of the head and going back a little lower each time, combing through the head. You can visualize your hands going deep into the head. Blood and Chi are moving smoothly and harmonious. Consciousness is clear and bright. Left hand on by way, the top of the head point, right hand between the occiput bones, and tapping. We're opening these gates. Awareness on the vibration going through the head. Feeling it. Tapping Chi into the ears. And rubbing Chi in from the top of the ears. Thumb is in the back. Fingers in the front, circling slowly, working your way down to the lobes and gently pulling the lobes. And then we'll take one more moment, closing your eyes one more time. And as we end the practice, we'll end with some kind words to embody. Feeling gratitude in the heart. Gratitude for this practice, gratitude for the marsh, gratitude for the support, for the technology that brings us together, for everything that lined up this moment for us to be here. Gratitude for taking care of ourselves, being in this space, making the time. For the present moment. Gratitude for the body and gratitude for life. When you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes.
Thank you, Jan.
So, yeah, thank you, Tracy, and everyone for being here. So, as Tracy mentioned, when pouring Chi. So this is a form this Tian Yuan. Tian Yuan means heaven. We're going out to heaven and filling ourselves back up. In this Tian Yuan practice, it can be done formally like we've just done, the whole thing, or you can take parts of it out. And one of the parts you can take out, play around with this week, is the pouring Chi Relaxation. So where your hands go up, you shower Chi down, and then you just guide awareness through the head and neck. You guide it through the whole body, and you can just guide relaxation and ease all the way down. And do it as many times as you want. You could do it once, you could do it 3 times, and then ending with your hands on your lower dantian just to close the practice. And play around with it, see what it's like. Experiment. And you want to add anything, Tracy?
I can't think of anything to add unless anybody's got any questions or comments that they want to make before we finish today. I can't really see if I don't have it on the right view to see if anybody's saying anything. So
Did you want to see the hand motion? So yeah, got it. This was a request to review that again, the pouring Chi relaxation. So the hands are down, and then you're just guiding them up to above the head. And we did it formally where the backs of the palms are touching or close but not touching. But you can just have the hands come down like this. And the part to really play around with is your awareness. Your awareness inside the head. Awareness going through the whole body, going down. Tracy's showing you the hand posture if you want to do the formal part. All the way down, connecting with abundance and chi, whatever you're needing, whatever kind of nourishment you need in the moment. And maybe it's just relaxation. Maybe it's just coming to the moment and pouring it through the whole body. It's a way to bring you back into the moment. Connect with your body and fill yourself with some lovely chi. Well, thank you, everyone. Go ahead, Tracy.
I was just going to say it's also a really wonderful practice for if you have trouble sleeping, or it's a great practice to do in the middle of the night before you go to bed to help you not have to get up in the middle of the night.
Excellent. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'll hand it